I went to a food bank today. Sorry about that. And I was ashamed, and I was embarrassed, and I was humiliated, but I didn't have a choice. I had to do it, because without food, a person can't survive. And I am a diabetic, which means it's even more grave. I can't go without food, even for a little while, or I'll get very sick and possibly die because from diabetic complications. So either way, I'm screwed. But what I'm really getting at is I went to this place feeling like nothing, and I left feeling like I mattered, because these people are so incredibly special. I mean, they do everything they have to do to preserve the dignity of their clients. I'm considered a client. I'm not somebody who's so poor that they can't afford food. I'm not humiliated. I'm not belittled. I'm not anything but good things. I tell you, going through this is an amazing experience in every extreme. On the one hand, it's extremely scary, and I don't know what's going to happen. And on the other hand, there's this underlying feeling inside me that this experience would have been for a greater good. Whether I cease to exist or I flourish in my life, it won't matter, because I would have been here on this place, in this earth, and I would have done things, and I would have affected people. And even if I would have only planted an idea in someone's mind, it would have been worth my presence on this earth. But I know I've done more than that. I've really, really seen how I affect people since I've had problems in the last year and a half. Serious problems where I couldn't support myself, and I was literally in a position where I had to ask people to help me, and it's really not my way. I am so much more of a giver than a taker, and I truly believe that. I am much more comfortable in a position where I'm giving someone something or helping them in some way. All I really want is the satisfaction of knowing that I've done my part in Tikkun Olam. It's extremely important to me to stay the path no matter what's going on. I subscribe to the four ideologies. Anyone who studies Torah knows what the four ideologies are. They are honor, integrity, accountability, and compassion. That this is the cornerstone of our creation. This is why we're here, human beings. We're not here to make money. We're not here to conquer the world. We're here to walk the path. And along the path, since we're human beings, there will be problems and issues and decision-making and hopefully growth. And hopefully we grow and we learn to become better people. This experience has not embittered me at all. I've really been happy with the graciousness that I've seen come towards me. Everyone does it in their own way, and everyone does it in the proportion that they're supposed to put it in, and regardless of what they're doing, little or big, it doesn't matter. It's appreciated, on my perspective, as that these people, whether they know it or not, are truly living the purpose of their creation and doing their part in Tikkun Olam. Tikkun Olam, I'm sorry I didn't translate this before, literally means repairing the world. But the full verse is that we are partners with God in the repair of the world. In other words, it doesn't talk about the proportion of partnership. But in a general legal terms, if you say people are partners, it is assumed that they're 50-50. Because the Torah, the Old Testament, does not give a specific percentage of God and man, it is assumed from a Talmudic legal mind that it implies a 50-50 partnership. This means that we are accountable to God, and God is accountable to us. There is no, this is a God, this is us. We're all one and the same. Whether you believe it or not, this is my belief system, that there is no God as a autonomous entity. God, in my view, is a collective soul, which is a compilation of every soul to ever exist is God. So God is me, I am God. It's all the same. We're all part of the same energy. And we're all in harmony. And there is a language for us, between us and the other species. But we have to stop being preoccupied with destroying each other and conquering some entity that will never belong to us anyway. Okay? We're trying to conquer a place that doesn't belong to us in the first place. So it's not for us to give or to take. And, you know, in the end, everything is part of the collective soul, whether we're talking about the human beings, the animals, the plants, and even the ground itself. Because the earth could not support life without it being an organism in itself. So the earth is a life form. And of course the earth is like complex and diverse, so there's like an infinite amount of sub-life forms within it. And so we're considered a sub-life form within the earth. The earth is the womb that is supporting us. Without the earth, we can't live. We can't. We need air, we need water, we need to do a lot of things that we are subsequently destroying as a result of humanity not being on the right path. Not being on the right path is leading to our destruction. But I believe it's going to be something along the lines of a Noah's Ark mentality when that happens, where when destruction finally comes to the earth, it will not be that the planet is obliterated. It will be a global cleansing of humanity and the other life forms in order to bring forth the new chance, the new generation. You know, kind of very much in line with how a lot of futuristic sci-fi genres believe. You know, if you're a Star Trek fan or a Star Wars fan or whatever it is, there's always this notion that if enough of us survive, we can create a better world. And maybe that'll happen. I don't know. I certainly will not be here for that. But I know that I'm here for the path to that. And, you know, there's this... the sacrificial process of the old temple, this is going to be very interesting, so just stay with me for a minute. In the olden days of the Torah and the occupations and so on, the temple used to sacrifice animals to God. And so it was this homage to the Creator, as if the Creator was a separate entity, by sacrificing another creation, which, by the way, never sit well with me ever. And there's a reason for that. It's because it wasn't about that. And the reality is, if God is perfect, then God does not need us to tell him he's great. That would constitute an ego and subsequently imperfection. And if God isn't perfect, God is no longer God. That's the point. So you can't have it both ways. So, hold on.